bad. And at age 13, I heard something about that. She had third-degree burns, and it was awful. And as a 13-year-old, I asked my parents, what can we do? Can I do something? Can we find an organization where we can fight for the...
And a lot of change makers, I find, are what I think is like what you're describing, Szebastian, as a 13-year-old, a highly sensitive young person who feels passionate about doing something. And an empath, probably. We didn't necessarily call it that back then, but I can relate to that part, even though I didn't take action the way you did as a young person. But that tendency to be highly sensitive and action-oriented and empathic toward the whole world is a recipe for burnout.
But it's those that we hear less frequently and maybe are softer in tone that all of a sudden we find ourselves leaning forward, leaning into the message and really paying attention to what's being said. And I think one of the things that I know about me as a change maker and a leader, so I'm going to pick up on the leadership here thing again, Szebastian, is that the type of leadership that I practice is servant leadership. And that can also lead me on a path to burnout, because the way I lead is by serving others. I'm always interested in what is it they need. So I need to have some really clear boundaries in place so that I don't overserve.
Can do in the moment to make a change. And the way that you handled that person was that kind of response, a teachable moment, right?
And I've been in that position before, witnessing pictures and videos like this, and I'm thinking, hang on, you're taking that video, but what are you doing about this?
We need rest in order to persevere. We need passion in order to persevere. But it's that coming back to remembering within ourselves, with the help of other people, by surrounding ourselves with the right messaging, and admitting when we're just feeling lost and taking a step back. Because both of you know, I took a kind of a sabbatical for the month of August and wandered around the world and dipped my toes in the water and stared at a whole lot of flames in a fire. And reconnecting with nature is the way to go to help you kind of put your life in perspective. Remember,
the full interview is now available on LinkedIn and YouTube at Dreamaniac TV. Check it out.